A huge moo to the herd, and welcome back to our playthrough of Rise of Industry. So, a very quick recap. We've done our interior body components. We are 2/3 of the way through our exterior body. We're producing headlights, we're producing windows. And we've just started the necessary components for the third item in the exterior body, which is paint. So we have a gas pump down, we have a petrochemical plant, which is producing chemicals. They will then be mixed up with some dye and will produce some paint. So we have a plantation producing berries which we then convert to dye. Unfortunately, we ship our dye all the way over here. Now if I check my warehouse, I've got plenty of dye. So it might be worth just dropping a petrochemical plant in here, shipping all of our chemicals all the way across to up here to then be delivered to petrochemical plant to mix up with the dye, produce the paint. Now, does anyone need paint? That's the first question I need to ask myself. Now, where would paint go? Construction goods? No, that would make too much sense. Car parts? Nope, not that car parts anyway. How about this one? Car parts? Nope. Construction goods? Is there a construction goods one here? Nope, you're still growing. Well, we can have a look at that later. One of the goals is to obviously sell everything we produce. So we'll get the game running. And now 5 gas every 20 days produces me 2 chemicals. That's perfect. Because I'm producing 5 gas every 10 days. I am. So I'm producing 15 gas every 30 days. So I should have plenty. And that is exactly what's happening. So we'll get a nice supply of stuff. And then we'll have our chemicals. So the only thing we need to do is ship those all the way over to here. Now paints is locked, but it needs dye and it needs chemicals, and it's every 45 days. Ship all the way over here. Wait a second, I know how we can get that done. Logistics buildings, Zeppelin fields. Hiya. Zeppelin field number 1. I told you I was going to get Zeppelin fields into this. They may not be the most efficient things in the world, but I don't care, I like them. And we'll pop another Zeppelin field here. Connect the road up. You will deliver your chemicals to Zeppelin field number 2. We'll set up a trade route. Zeppelins, Zeppelin field number 2. I think it's a tier 2 product. Was it tier 1? I think it should be a tier 1, I think. Chemicals. Store up as much chemicals as you can. Add a stop. Zeppelin field number 1. And offload them. Hit play. And then Zeppelin field number 1 can deliver them the chemicals straight. Yeah, we're going to pop a petrochemical plant in here, and as long as it's within the warehouse range, you should receive dye. Paints are still being done, so we'll switch you off for the time being. But you should be able to deliver the chemicals, their dye to there, and as I checked on my warehouse, I have plenty of dye. We can start producing paint. So we'll wait for the paint research to finish. We're almost done. Ping. We'll set you to paints, chemicals and dye, and we'll switch you back on. And we'll output all of your stuff straight to the petrochemical plant. Chemicals to petrochemical plant. I don't see the point in sending all the way up to there to back there. So, dye has been delivered, 2 cycles worth. We're just waiting for our Zeppelin to come across. And we're just waiting for the products to be produced. That will drop 16 in there, which is going to be plenty to keep us ticking over. Once the paint's done now, can we sell this paint anywhere? I wonder. Warehouse number 1 is going to get it. So, tier 2 for paint. Sounds like it should be tier 2. No one wants it. Boo. Right, I'm gonna decline that one, and ooh, 90 Chillingham. Pause. Is it worth disrupting it? No. Decline. Unpause game. So we're halfway through our chemical production. It's fine, there's no great hurry. Let the autosave do its thing. And meanwhile, we'll go back to our car prototype. We'll go to exterior body and we'll start researching it. Because again, now I have all the components for it. Which is awesome. So that's my interior body and my exterior body. We could start producing those. Brilliant for me. I didn't realise there's gas there. God, I produced that. I sent that gas extractor and everything else all the way over here because I thought this was the closest gas, and there's one right next to everything. Oh well, live and learn. That's being produced. That's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Another 4. Plenty of gas stored in there. And I just need another 2 going through. That's going to be another 20 days. Yeah, 20 days. We're still making, I mean, we made 10.6 million last month, of which 8.32 million was our income. Money is not a problem at the moment. And that's the research for the exterior body done. Another 2 things done. And there goes my first Zeppelin. I know everyone will say they're not the most efficient things in the world, but they do look good. Plus, if you can't have fun, what's the point in playing? So that will drop that straight into my petrochemical plant, and that will start producing me paint. And there go my trucks, and there goes my paint. As you can see, it's now doing a nice little job there. So plenty of paint that gets stored in the warehouse. Another milestone achieved. That's very pleasing. That leaves us with 1 left, I think. Let's go. Car prototype. Rolling chassis. Okay, so we've got 3 more things to do. I've forgotten one. Very naughty, actually. Let's go back. Exterior body. Ah, no, that's the body chassis requires adhesive. So we're going to need to produce more chemicals and also plastic to produce adhesive. Gas, oil, they're required for plastic, and it's right there. So I know what I'm doing. So let's tie everything together. Let's make some duct tape to hold our car together. I think it's probably the best thing to do. Now I've got to be careful how I position these. So how am I going to do this? Let's pause for a second. Gas pump. Gas pump is quite a large building. If I pop you there, and if I pop you back to there, I could probably come down 1. That might be easier. 1. Let's do a top-down view. That way I won't mess up the positionings. 2, 3, 4. Will this reach? Oh, yes, it will. Right, that's 5. So we'll just link these up. A nice line of road there. And that leaves my last one, which is the oil drill. Now, I'm not sure how big these are, but I want to compass that entire area. We'll pop you there. Well, again, they're relatively small. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, just drop you along there. Pop you along there. Right, so I have oil pumps, I have gas pumps. And I want to produce chemicals. And I want to produce plastics. So let's go to my research. Let's go for petrochemical. Click on adhesive. So that gives me plastic. Plastic requires gas and oil. Got that in place. And requires chemicals. Got the gas. Gonna need refined oil at some point as well. So the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a warehouse in to store everything up. And that does that. Yeah, it should cover everything. Let's make sure it's not bringing anything. Yes, it's bringing the water siphon in. So which water siphon is that bringing in? This one here. Now you should be on manual. And you should be on manual. What about you? You on manual as well? Yep, you're still on manual. Cool. What else is that bringing in? Just the oil drill. Why is that not bringing in warehouse 5? Right. So I want to change you. Is there a way of changing that to... There is. Take the auto target off. Right, so that'll start building up stuff in that area there. In my warehouse. That's brilliant. So I'm going to put petrochemical works in here. We'll produce some chemicals. We'll produce some plastics. And we will hopefully produce some adhesive. And eventually we'll produce the refined oil needed for our biofuel. Just let this save clear. Doopy-doo. Those pathing alerts should have cleared by now. Where are you going to warehouse 5? You should be going to warehouse 5. Oh yeah, because warehouse 5, I'm guessing, is full of water? It is. That's fine. I appreciated that. And now my warehouse is filling up quite nicely with gas and oil. So let's drop some petrochemical plants in place. I'm going to need one of you to produce, let's pause the game, chemicals. And one of you to produce plastic. And I'm currently researching adhesive, so once that's done we'll get a final one in to produce the adhesive. And we'll just let that store up. Because I'm pretty sure no one wants adhesive. Why no one would want the strongest tape in the world that can hold cars together, I have no idea, but who knows? Right, adhesive are done. Whew. Things are progressing nicely. Oh, wait a sec, I forgot to set that to chemicals. Right. So we've got plastics, we've got chemicals. Another petrochemical plant in somewhere. It'll fit there. Is that connected? It is. And you're producing adhesive. And wait for that. So we'll just wait for the plastics and the chemicals to be delivered. Plastics take 2 every 30 days. That's fine. Probably need some more plastic factories in. What I actually want to do is lower that hill, but not much I can do at the moment. I might run a road around the back and just drop some more factories in along there. We do seem to have a surplus. Well, we've got a reasonable amount of oil and gas, so that's good. So that's the plastics we need. I'm just going to do that now. Drop a road down, so I'm going to need some more. 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks about right. And we'll copy you, spin you around, and get it completely wrong. Try that again. This time with more feeling. And then drop the road in. That should all now be connected up. Should still be in range of that warehouse. It clearly is. So we're producing that every 20 days. That's every 45 days. And my warehouse is now building up with no adhesive at the moment. Why not? Where are you delivering your adhesive to? Warehouse 6. Yeah, that's the closest. Ah, there it goes. Okay. So another component done, and adhesive is quite key because, if I remember correctly, it's used in the body chassis, but I think it's also used in the rolling chassis. It is indeed. So we're going to need to think about that. So we've got two more units to make. We've got axles and we've got combustion engines to make the rolling chassis. Our axles require steel frame, tyres and steel. And combustion engines require biofuel, which is what we were looking at for our oil over here. Alternators, which requires copper wire and steel. And radiators, which require radiators and steel. So there's a lot of work to be done on those. Good thing we've started the production of these key components. Let's take that out of that view. Alright. So, are we producing enough berries for dye, I wonder? I think so. Radio receiver. Ooh, boost to money. What are you waiting on? Glass. Well, actually, no, you're waiting on these. A bit of a slowdown there. Which is waiting on glass. So we're not producing enough glass, but I do think we're producing too many windows. So we're going to switch a couple of the window factories off for the time being. Just because I think a lot of the glass is being sold and we don't really need it to be sold. Check my warehouse and make sure I've got plenty of dye. I haven't, so I need to think about dye. Check my warehouse and see if I've got plenty of dye. I have. I keep on closing the truck depot. So I don't need to worry about dye at the moment. A new model car seat. Car seat prices have gone up as well. So even more money coming in. And as you can see, we're on 383 million. We have plenty of cash. This is good. This makes me feel quite pleased with what I've achieved so far. Now we need to choose what to do next. What do we do next? Ahead of schedule. Does that mean a boost to all of my factories? I believe it does. Yep. Alright, so where is the rolling chassis made? At the automotive factory and the automotive factory. Okay. So let's get some research done, shall we? Let's do our axles first, because they seem to be the most complicated of the two. Actually, no, let's do the combustion engine. So we need potatoes. We need potatoes for biofuel. And for biofuel, we're going to need some refined oil. Do I have a surplus of oil, I wonder? I do. So let me drop a petrochemical plant in. We'll pause the game for a second. And you're going to be making refined oil. Except I haven't researched that yet, so I'll have to wait. I'm going to add it into the list though. Petrochemical, refined oil. So that's added into the queue. Oh, lots to do. Factories are going to be producing a lot more, which is kind of a mixed blessing, because the boost to 25% means that if you'd got perfect ratios in place, you'd now be stuffed because you wouldn't be producing enough goods. So it is definitely a mixed blessing, that one. Alright, I just turned down a car seat contract which I could have made a lot of money on. That was a bit daft of me. Wasn't paying attention, clearly. Right, how much adhesive have we stored up? What's just been done? Biofuel's been done. Cool. 10 rolls of adhesive. I'm going to need a lot more than that. So I'll just let you kick over. Alternators are being produced. So we're going to need steel now. If I recall correctly, the bulk of the steel is in this area here. Next to my coal mine. So I'm going to need to put a steel mine up here. Or an iron mine, I should say. And there's an iron ore mine here. I could buy it from Chillingham. Let's have a look at your wholesaler. You have 49 units at 3.99k per unit. I wish the game had had the function where I could buy their industry, but it doesn't, so No point in complaining. We'll decline that one. Seven Oaks is a bit too far away at the moment. So we're making plenty of cash. Right, alternators are now done. What do alternators require? I don't know because I've got the wrong screen. We'll have a look at all these in a minute. Do I have a surplus of copper yet? I do. So I could start producing copper tubing in this area. Might just drop it along there. Let's see if I can click terraforming. That's the one. Flatten. So I can run some more smelters along there. I could actually change these to copper tubing. Because I'm going to need the copper tubing. And all that requires is copper. So we'll get those running. And we'll have radiators. We'll have car radiators. Yeah, things are starting to really work well for me. So, we are making huge progress. We have the start of the rolling chassis being created. We're still waiting on the refined oil to be unlocked. But once that's done, we'll be ready to start distilling. We're going to need to put some potatoes down for our biofuel. We've got our copper tubing, which is required for our radiators. And we've got the research done for alternators. So we'll leave that one here. If you like this video, give it a like. Dislike, click dislike. Any comments at all, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. Especially if there's anything I could be doing better. Or anything you'd like to see me doing with the game. Please feel free to drop a comment in place. And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please click subscribe. It just leaves me to wish you a very good day. And I look forward to you joining me in my next video. Thank you very much.